Presenting our next fight of the evening. Introducing first, in the blue corner, he's coming from Spain. Please make some noise for Diaz.
Daniel Diaz of Spain walking the red carpet here in the Menage Sports Arena. As we take a look there momentarily at our Moldovan commentary team. Daniel Diaz, just one professional fight under his belt, and that one was a loss. His debut happened in May of 2017, and it was a submission by rear naked choke. So I've talked about this before. What goes through a fighter's mind when you make your professional debut and it's a loss? Is that enough to discourage you and get inside your head, get inside your psyche and say, hey, maybe this is not for me. Maybe this is not where I should be. Or is it going to get inside your head and say, you know what, man, you can never, ever let that happen again. And this time, I'm going to step in that cage, and no matter what happens, I am going to rectify that situation and make sure I don't feel that feeling ever again.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the cage from Spain, Daniel Diaz. And now, introducing his opponent into the red corner. He's coming from Moldova. Please make some noise for Gheorghe Ciobanu.
Gheorghe Ciobanu, 3-1 as a professional. We've seen him before here at EFC. He's competed at Eagles Fighting Championships 3, 4, and 6. And he was undefeated in his career. In fact, he won all of his bouts by way of armbar. And as his career was developing, I thought we were kind of seeing like the male Moldovan version of Ronda Rousey here. Is winning all his fights by armbar in the first round. And that all came to a screeching halt in his last fight at EFC 6 in June of 2017, but he's back. He's trying to put that loss behind him and get back to his winning ways. I'm telling you guys, don't go anywhere, don't get up, don't make a sandwich, don't take a toilet break right now, because Gheorghe Ciobanu knows how to finish people, and he knows how to finish people quickly and brutally with that sneaky little armbar that he likes to use. Let's see if he can do it here tonight against Daniel Diaz. Both guys coming into this matchup on the heels of a loss, but they're still young guys and still have a long career ahead of them. Who's gonna get the win here tonight at Eagles 8?
Let's welcome in the cage to Gheorghe Ciobanu. And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the blue corner, weighing 69 kilograms, height 1.70 meters, having a personal record of 1 fight, 0 win, 1 losses. He's fighting for Spain. Make some noise for Daniel Diaz. And now presenting the red corner, weighing 70 kilograms, height 1.65 meters, having a personal record of 4 fights, 3 wins, 1 loss. He's fighting from Moldova. Please make some noise for Gheorghe Ciobanu. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 3 rounds, 5 minutes each. MMA rules. Referee in the ring, Pokatilov Dennis.
Fighters, come to the center. You are professionals, you know rules. Protect yourself and listen to my my comments. Shake your hands, back to your corner. Judge, time. Are you ready? Fight!
Round one.
Touch of gloves, and here we go at Eagles 8. Daniel Diaz and Gheorghe Ciobanu. Interesting that Diaz did lose his professional debut by submission, and Ciobanu known for his submissions, especially that armbar, as I pointed out during his entrance. So should this thing go to the ground, things are going to get very interesting. Right now, both guys just keeping an eye on each other. Ciobanu moving back and forth between southpaw and orthodox. Powerful head kick there from the left side by the Moldovan. This time he goes low as a flurry of offense comes from both guys, and Diaz returns the favor with the head kick. Goes back downstairs as well, proving that he can fight fire with fire. You can see the facial expression on Diaz has changed radically here after he tasted that first kick from Ciobanu. Looked very calm, very relaxed, and then after he got that head kick, his facial expression changed to a grimace, and it looked like he was really in the mood for fighting. Ciobanu just really uncorking those head kicks and saying, all right, man, if you're going to stand right in front of me like that, I'm going to let you have it. Both guys with a lot of feints, a lot of movement, but kind of holding their place in front of the other. Kind of feel the anticipation here as I look around the audience. A lot of people sitting on the edge of their seats looking forward to a lot of action. You can kind of feel the tension here building in the cage between these two. I have a feeling that when they do finally let loose, it's going to be like an explosion. It's like a ticking time bomb, though, and you never know when it's going to explode. Clock is ticking, though, for one thing. Half the time already gone by in this opening round. There's that head kick again. He got caught, though, with counter punches from the Spaniard. Combination shots, though, as he finishes off with a low kick downstairs. Ooh, Ciobanu caught him with the right hand. Crowd reacting here. Stays on him, gets him in the clinch, and lands a good knee on the inside. More combination shots. This time Diaz caught him and lifted him up against the cage there. Another knee coming in now. Keeping his distance, letting loose with strikes. And that time Diaz wrapped him up and just forced him down there as he swiveled his hips. Trying to move into full mount. Got caught, though, halfway through. This is where Ciobanu is most dangerous here when he's on his back. He can slap on an armbar from just about any position possible. You know that's got to be going through his mind right now. How do I get the arm? One minute left now in the opening round. Ciobanu on his back, Daniel Diaz on top. You can see the markings, the red markings all over the back, the neck, and the face of the pale-skinned Diaz. He's just got that kind of a skin that just welts up and turns red, even with a little bit of impact. But when you've got the kind of kicks and punches that have been coming in from Ciobanu with lots of smoke behind him, looks even worse. Ciobanu trying to create some space between himself and Diaz, trying to push himself right out of this predicament almost. Ooh, he got caught with a right hand though when he wasn't expecting that. And you can see his facial expression showed he wasn't too happy about that. You can see he's got the right arm of Diaz neutralized. Diaz not doing a whole lot on top here. And that's the end of the round. There you take a look at some special guests at ringside. Lena Ovchinkova of Bellator, and also the coach of the Union Gym where she trains, Victor Lazurko, taking in the action at ringside as we go back and take a look at what happened in round number 1. Some very exciting moments in the stand-up game. Other times it was just playing the waiting game as both guys were looking for their shots, waiting for an opening. When it finally did go to the ground, the action also kind of came to a halt. What's going to happen in round number 2? We going to see more of this cracking offensive style, or are these guys going to try their ground game out for size? Round number 2 coming up.
Round 2.
Round 2 underway here, and reminiscent of the way the opening round started. Both guys getting a good look at each other. The only difference now, though, is they've had a pretty good taste of what the other can bring to the table here, so they may be able to evolve their game plans a little bit. Both guys trying shots down the middle. On paper, very, very similar. Not a whole lot between them as far as height or reach or weight is concerned. I believe that the Moldovan fighter on the right of your screen is just about 2 centimeters taller, so not a whole lot of difference there. Right hand lands that time from Diaz. Diaz showing him all kinds of movement there before he threw the head kick. Ciobanu teased him with the head kick. You got to think that Diaz knows that that thing's coming now. He's seen it a number of times, and he's trying to figure out a way to counter it, anticipate it. Low kick goes in from the Spaniard. Ciobanu a little bit slow on those punches. Didn't quite pull the trigger. Shoots in for the takedown. Back up against the cage. Ooh, hard knee on the inside. That's a good weapon we've seen from him throughout this fight. He's landed some very, very strong knees, and he's looking to get the takedown, but Diaz turns him around. Knee to the head that time. Ciobanu now stretching out, holding his opponent, looking for the double leg, and gets it. Got him just under the hips that time and was able to sweep him back and take him down. Take a look at the welts on the back of Gheorghe Ciobanu. In the guard now. Let's see what Ciobanu's game plan is here. We know about the arm bar. That's usually what he works for on the ground, but Diaz trying to slip the right hand inside under the leg, couldn't get that. You can see the wheels spinning in his mind here. Of course, whatever plan you have changes by the second when you're on the ground like that and somebody on top of you. Ciobanu has some space to work with. He's got the leg here. See if he can straighten out that leg, looking for the knee bar. Oh, that right hand came down like a chisel. And now we've got a leg lock competition here. See if anybody can get a hold of anything or not. Look at the legs here of these competitors. It's like getting chewing gum stuck in your hair. Look at that, Diaz sneaks out of that position. Inside 40 seconds, creeping up on the 30-second mark left in round number 2 is a lot of the action here on the ground and not a whole lot in favor of one guy or the other. We did see that Ciobanu did get a pretty good takedown, so that's going to count in his favor. Nice right hand that lands. Well, he's looking for that arm bar. You can tell now he's looking to cinch up the head and arm. He's got both arms on the inside, and that's the way that the round will end. We go with the third and final round here. Diaz and Ciobanu. Boy, this is the kind of one that you don't want to leave it in the hands of the judges. It's a close fight. And believe me, if you've been watching this sport for long enough, you've seen some pretty weird decisions. So this is not a clear-cut fight for either guy as far as I'm concerned here. So strange things have happened, and you never want to leave it in the hands of the judges. And Diaz and Ciobanu got to come up with something big here in round number 3. Either try to finish it or try to give the judges enough to persuade them to give them the decision victory. Head kick attempted from Diaz. First strike I believe that we've even seen in this round. Is you can feel the pace slowing between these two. There's another takedown, the same exact takedown he got last round. He got him just underneath the hips and able to pull those towards him and ground his opponent. Now he's caught in the full guard here of Daniel Diaz. Ciobanu looking for a right hand. He's being tied up by Diaz on the ground here, who's limiting his striking capability, blocking nicely with both arms. Diaz doing a good job of neutralizing Ciobanu here and limiting his striking capabilities. Will still staying active though. Now he's got the left hand wrapped around the back of the neck and the right arm underhooked. So he's completely alleviating anything from the left side. Now Ciobanu posturing up, trying to hit some right hands. And again, this crowd here in Chisinau, Moldova, they love their MMA, they love their kickboxing. They're not going to start booing. As you can see, they're just coming more alive in situations like this, trying to cheer on their man, Gheorghe Ciobanu. They know what both these guys are going through right now. They know it's the third round. But again, here in this third round, not a whole lot of action here. So unless something big happens in the next minute, in about 35 seconds or so, judges are going to have a hard time scoring this one, and somebody's going to come out of here very disappointed with the decision. Of course, when you've got so little action like this to go on, I think you've got to give it to Gheorghe Ciobanu. He's the one on top, and he's the one that got the takedown and has landed the strikes. All Daniel Diaz has really done in this third round is just, he's been on his back and he's been playing defense. He's actually been doing a good job of blocking a lot of the shots, but you don't get points for blocking shots. Ciobanu trying to hear some advice from his corner. Shots going in to the kidney area. You can see Diaz, look at the expression on his face. You know he's tired. He knows he's in a bad position here. He's having trouble escaping though, and he's decided that he just wants to play defense, try to limit the striking. He had an opportunity to get up here. Oh, left hand did go in, caught him right on the bridge of the nose. Diaz though, slowly sneaking back up to his feet here. Ciobanu looking for a throw, and instead he got thrown by Diaz. Now we'll see what Diaz can do. He's getting busy here in the full mount. This is the best position he's had the whole fight. Oh, those shots are going into the side of the head and the temple. Left hands now. Diaz trying to steal this round. Well, that's going to make it interesting. Gheorghe Ciobanu dominated that round again, even though he did very little throughout it. And then Daniel Diaz there right at the very end, trying to do whatever he could to try to sway the judges into his favor. This is going to be an interesting decision here. And as I said, I think that somebody's going to walk away very, very disappointed. It's a very close fight. Who knows how this thing's going to end up? Let's take a look at what went down in round number 3. There's not a whole lot of highlights here, to be honest, except for that move by the end. Daniel Diaz got a good takedown and landed a flurry of punches, but was it enough to steal him the round? And what about the other 2 rounds? Good sportsmanship by both guys, and the decision a little slow in coming, actually. So I think the judges are taking their time. checking everything, double checking it, crossing the I's and dotting all the T's. Somebody has the official decision in their hand, I believe. See, Diaz has some blood on his neck. I think that's from his opponent, maybe from his back or something like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has reached unanimous decision for the red corner, Gheorghe Ciobanu.
Ciobanu gets the victory. It was a unanimous decision, and maybe it is the right one, you know.
And the prize will be given by our lovely Eagles.
The time on the clock is concerned, I think that Ciobanu spent a lot more time on top in a dominant position. Perhaps was throwing more strikes throughout those second and third rounds. But a very, very difficult one to score. Not the most aesthetically pleasing fight.